녹화 시작한 녹화 날짜 2022년 5월 18일 오후 2시 15분. 자, 오늘 할 게임 스카이림 이어서 하도록 하겠습니다. 엔데랄모드 이어서 하도록 하죠. 출발. 네, 그래서 그 기계 장치를 보는 그거였죠? 저 버그입니다. 제 묶여있는 거고 예, 버그입니다. 그래서 가볼 생각입니다. 자, 갑시다. 이지먼 세계로. 네, 좋아요. 뭐지? 왜 칼을 집어넣지? 이게 동료 버그야. 그 모든 그거 있는 거거든? 그 동료 버그가 있습니다. 스카이림의 고유 버그라 어쩔 수가 없다. 이거 근데 2회차가 기대된다. 2회차 여자 옷 왜 이렇게 이쁘냐? 왜 이렇게 이쁘게 나왔냐 저거? 잠깐만요. 오케이, 갑시다. 뭐냐? 와.
I suppose we found our machine.
Yep.
At least what's left of it. Do you feel anything, Saira? With your gift, I mean.
I feel nothing. So, but it's not impressed. I don't understand. You look around.
Agreed. Maybe we can even take some small parts of it with us right now. The order will transport the rest to Ark by Myrad.
오케이, damn. 좋아요. 첫 번째, 두 번째, 세 번째?
What strange metal. It didn't list our bodies.
이거 아니냐?
Correct. Nothing else possesses that much
소리 겁나
raw,
크다, 너.
magical power.
어딨냐, 너? 뭐야? 겁나 크게 얘기했는데 방금 여기 막혀있는 거야? 쓸데기 없이 막아놨어. Yes.
Yes? Found something?
Yes, I find that this. Oh, I say your your nickname?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Sairo is Kyranian and can mean a lot of things, but the closest translation in our case would be sister in arms. My foster father called me that, so I suppose it's just an old habit. I like the way it sounds, though. If you don't mind, I'll call you that from now on.
야, 가지마. 가지마. Is this you use it?
Let me see. Yes, it does indeed. Seems to be some kind of energy storage,
잠시만요.
but it's empty.
맞구나. 오케이. 일단 두 번째 거를 찾아볼 건데 어디 있으려나? 여기 있네.
All this energy. It's
겁나 커, 너
useless
목소리.
without the numinous.
너 목소리 너무 크다, 야. 이게 세 번째라고? 그럼 두 번째가 또 있을 건데? 저 위인가? Hey.
Yes? Found something?
Yes, it's here. I don't use it.
Yes? Yes, you're right. How is it possible that it moves
빨간
all by
색깔 저기 안에
itself?
뭐가 있을 것 같은데,
Must
그렇지
be
않아요?
with us.
거기 이게 두 번째 게 있는 것 같은데? 괜히 저기가 붉은 게 아니야. 그죠? 뭐가 있어 지금 여기에. 뭐가 있으니까 지금 뻘건 거예요 지금 이게. 그지 않나요? 키니적 가심 아니냐? 저긴가? 이거구나. 아니야.
It works in a way we have not even come close to comprehending. Like a
너무
cosmic
소리가 너무
force.
큰데? 내 소리랑 거의 맞먹는데? 암브로시아 좋아. 예스, 암브로시아 좋아. 내가 필요한 거. 화상은 있네 이미 내가. 팔아야겠다. 다 찾았어. 아리야. Yes.
Yes? Found something?
Yes. Is this?
They look useful. Let's take them to the Chronicum.
Okay, that's it. This is other stepper.
Yes, I think you're right. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Let's go talk to Pegast.
Okay, go. 이거 어떤데? 이거 어떤데? 어떤데? 이거 어떤데? 기다려봐요. 이거 어떤데? 이거 어떤데? Yes.
Now that was quick. So, what did you find?
You're right. Its background is the machine, but how to that? This is be yours.
Well, that's not much of a surprise considering how long it was down here. And as long as we can reconstruct it, that's alright. I sent some of my men back to Ark. We'll request a caravan to get all the parts back to the temple and see what we can do from there. Let's just hope it really will help us against this cleansing, whatever it is. As much as I admire Pyrean technology, I don't like the idea of putting our lives in the hands of it.
Yes. This is defined it. It is don't know is something.
Let me see. Interesting. Truly interesting.
What?
Seems that this machine was only some kind of prototype. The real one the Pyreans were working on must be somewhere else. Plus, there's also a name for it. The Pyreans called it the Beacon.
That's poetic.
Indeed. Well then, it seems like you and your visions have once again saved the day, prophetess. There's a lot for us to do now. If you've taken care of your business here, I suggest you head back to Ark and report to old Oranthiel.
What do you think, Saira? Do you want to leave now or stay a little longer?
가자.
Good.
딱히 할 게 없으니까요. 볼 건 다 봤어.
Pegast's mages have already told the Grandmaster about our find, and they're waiting for us in the Emporium. Let's go.
너 가빠용이랑 여기용이랑 따로따로 있니? 대단하네. 사복이 따로 있구나.
All that I am saying is that there are more efficient ways to battle this red madness. And heathen machines atop the Sun Temple are the last thing that will calm the townsfolk.
할머니죠?
Maybe. But if this heathen machine is what the Pyreans used to combat the cycle, I want it near. Even if it turns out to be useless, only a fool turns down a chance. Sharim, how long will the reconstruction take?
Well, that depends on how many Pyrean mechanics you have on hand that can
이건
help us
새 회차를 해야 얼굴이 좀 바뀌어질 것 같은데?
for these plans. Just think for once.
팔아야 된다 이거. 모아온 거 팔아야 돼.
Theo, how are we supposed to
종 분쇄기.
give you an estimation if we don't even know what the finished machine is supposed to look like?
We will get to work right away, Grandmaster. But in any case, we're going to need a lot of steel and Pyrean crystals.
그랜드 마스터구나.
You will get them. Now get to work. You did excellent work.
Yep.
We will reconstruct this machine no matter the price. Here, this will reward you for your effort. With the beacon and the sigiled stone, we now have both a sword and shield against these high ones.
이제 2부야?
That is more than I'd hoped for. However, there has also been a disquieting development. I have called in a conclave, and it will take place in a day. Come back then. and use the time to rest.
나 많아. 며칠 동안 기다려야 된다고? 할 게 없겠네.
Who are you?
스토리를 나 아직도 몰라? 새끼. 나 아직도 몰라? 숲생이니까 그럴 수 있지. 그래. 숲생이니까 그럴 수 있다.
Saira, good to see you.
Yep.
Do you need anything?
Now, a good pipe of peace, Wade. Jesus, why is that stuff so expensive?
Yes, doesn't matter. It's not just talk.
That's convenient, actually. I think I still owe you an explanation.
Let's check it this temple.
Yes, but let's talk somewhere else. Come on.
얼굴 이상한데? 어쩔 수 없습니다.
So, sorry for all the secrecy. I just didn't want anyone else to listen in.
Yes, it's good. What is talk?
Well, that moment when I
감사합니다.
neutralized the leader of the bandits in Old Dothelgrad. I'm sure you noticed that I was different then.
You're very scarce.
Upset. You choose your
Upset.
words carefully, Saira. I appreciate that. I'll make this quick. There is something about me that you don't know. That no one knows, actually. Do you remember what I told you in the curarium about the destroyed village? Well, I wasn't entirely honest with you.
Yes, why so? How to know this point?
Not all of it, no, and it's true that I don't know how I ended up there. But I remembered something just before I regained consciousness. Some kind of vague memory. A feeling coupled with an image.
Feeling? Feeling? What do you mean?
It's hard to describe because it didn't last very long, but I saw myself, but I was somehow above the rooftops, as if I flew. Below me, I saw all the chaos, the dead, the fire, the devastated houses, and I somehow felt hot, but from inside, as if my blood was boiling. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know how to describe it better than that.
And then? What's next?
Nothing. I woke up, and from there things happened just as I've already told you. But that's not really what I'm trying to get at. In that memory, when I saw all those dead bodies and all that destruction, I felt satisfaction, pleasure. As if all that suffering, all that pain was the most exhilarating thing I'd ever seen.
I don't understand. What is the point?
Well, I didn't know what to make of that memory myself for quite a long time. But then, things happened that made me understand. There is something inside my head, Saira. Some kind of second soul, an entity. Most of the time it sleeps, but there are situations in which it wakes up. Mostly when something atrocious happens or has happened. Blood, pain, death. Whenever I'm confronted with these kinds of things, it tries to... I don't know how to put it. Tries to take control of me, and then things like Alt Dothelgrad happen. It's never managed to completely take me over, and it hasn't gotten as far as it did in Alt Dothelgrad for a long, long time now. But that memory from the village, I think that is what happens when I let myself go completely.
Let's say again, you are inside is a devil?
If that name seems fitting to you, then yes. But I think we both know these stories about ghosts taking over the living are just stories to scare the common folk. If it helps you, think of it as some kind of temptation. One that's just waiting for the moment when I am too weak to contain it.
You're killing yourself or decide the power is yourself?
Yes, it is immense, Saira. I can feel it every time it is trying to take me over. I don't even want to think about what would happen if I were to give in completely.
It's the good is more story.
I figure. Listen, what happened in Old Dothelgrad, I never should have let it come to that. But that moment when he charged me, the blood on his sword, I just couldn't contain it. And when I gave in, when I hacked him into pieces, I simply felt so thrilled, complete. I was naive to believe it would never get that far again. Naive and stupid. But do you see now? This is the reason why I train so hard. Why I always try to control my emotions, no matter what people do or say to me. This creature inside me, it's always on the hunt. And the only way I can keep it at bay is by controlling both my body and spirit 100%. Just one moment of carelessness. That's all it takes.
어렸을 땐 어쩔 수 없이 그거를 못하는 거고 이제 나이가 좀 들었으니까 그런 거다. Yes, you know there's seizures and professors.
Only Master Tyrus, my foster father. He taught me how to contain it by controlling my thoughts. And he also advised me never to tell anyone about it, which I haven't until today.
So why talk to me?
I don't know. Probably because I was afraid you'd tell someone else about what happened in Old Dothelgrad and that would raise suspicions. A coward's move, I know, but it was the best solution I could come up with. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's the Pixis. Let's get out the monster.
No way that I know of, at least. Who should I ask? The apothecary? There are two ways that would go. Either they would ridicule me, or they would take me seriously and report my condition to the Order. Neither way helps me, and who knows what the Order would do if they found out, especially as strained as the situation is right now.
It's starting the fighting. Why is this here? Why this here?
Well, what would be the alternative? Transcribe Pyrean books like the Magisters do all day? Or drop out entirely and pour hot water for the upper city's noblewomen? Look, Saira, as you already pointed out, there is a chance that this thing inside me is responsible for the massacre in the village. And if that's true, I definitely have a lot of repentance to do, don't you think? And even if it isn't. I want to change things, to make the world at least a little bit better. And yes, I do realize that this means a lot of hardship and hard work for me, but I'm not afraid of that. Do you know why? Because that's what's missing in this world. So many people just talk, and never act, because that would mean that they'd have to actually endure something for what they believe in.
Old school price. I like it.
Determination alone hasn't helped anyone yet. Let's talk again in a few years, and we'll see if my good intentions have actually produced results.
Much better to is good reason. Good things.
I'd like some time by myself now, and thanks for listening.
좋아요. 잠깐만. 책 써야지. 책을 씁시다. 3단계까지 하나만 더 찍으면 되죠, 이제? 별로 안 나왔다. 좋아요. 딱히 뭐 없네? 수련하는 데구나. 여긴 어디야? 아, 어디서 훈련하고 있구나. 신전으로 나가는 거고. 그렇구만. 좋아요. 여기구나. 또 다른 데가. 다른 데네. 여기가 장비파는 데잖아. 보니까 팔자. 거래를 하러 왔다. 도로마무 거래를 하러 왔다.